Assalamu alaikum and hello again. Now we are solving the ASIT 9626 paper 2 for the AS questions, and it is February-March 2020. Now we will work on the database question, which is the normalization in this year. You have been supplied for the following source files. I need just only these two, and I have created my working area. So you work for Tawara Gaming Computers and will create part of database to store components. As prices of each item can change daily, the price will only be stored in the database if the item is in stock. So when it is out of stock, there is no price in the database that we have. Data about processors and motherboards used by company but not held in stock will still be stored in the database. Use your local currency where appropriate. We may use pound or dollar sign, but you have to be aware that the currency you are using now will stay with you to the end of the exam. You must use the most efficient method to solve each task. All documents produced must be professional, standard, and suit the business context. You are required to provide evidence of your work, including screenshots at various stages. Create a evidence. So this is my evidence file, and I will just save it in my file. As requested, and it is Word document here. Now it should be RTF. Rich text format. Done. Then examine the data in the files AME, which is for the motherboard, and the NTEM for the processors. Analyze the contents of these files. Each contains details of a processors made by manufacturer. Combine these files into spreadsheet that is suitable for importing as a database table. Save the new M20 processor followed by your center number, candidate number as here. Okay, and now let's work on that. This is the AME, it is rich text format, and we have the NTEM here, and we have to fix everything. Now let's check NTEM as requested here before I check the RTF. I have the manufacturer, model, speed in gigahertz, socket, cores, threads, and price. And here the word, the RTF, we have model, manufacturer, so it's the same fields but not in the same order. I can do it in many ways. One of the simple ways is the following. Here, the manufacturer, copy, and I will go here, paste. Then the model as well. Now speed, the socket, cores, threads and price. Cores and the threads, and here the price. Like this, we have merged them together. Then I will close this RTF. It has no value, and this is my CSV. I will delete these two extra columns. Then I have to save this in the name M20 processor, and I will keep it to be in CSV, save as. Till now we have done no formatting, no formulas to keep, so no value to make it as Excel workbook. This is my file, and now let's check the names. Here we have no duplicates in the names, as you see. Speed, gigahertz, no need for the N. I have no underscore convention. We don't have any long name. Also, we have no excessive data. All the data is just related to the processor. It's talking about the manufacturer, model, the speed, the socket, the cores, threads, and price. Nothing not related to my data, as you see. So I will back here and check. Each computer processor fits into a special socket of motherboard. So I can find here that it is talking about the socket as it is the link between processor and motherboard. We will check if our guessing or thinking is it right or not. Different motherboards have different processor sockets. Okay, so when we say different to different, this means it is many to many. I will keep this in mind. Some sockets fit processors from more than one manufacturer. A processor can be fitted to many different types of motherboard. The same idea here. Some motherboards can be fitted in different types of processors. So this is just tell us and confirming it is many to many. When I say many to many relationship, this means it is not accepted in our database. We have to make link table. This link table will connect these two files. Here is the many. So link, and I have here the motherboards and the processor. Now it was as many to many. Now it is between one to many and one to many. This link table is my solution to go over the many to many problem right here. The motherboards used by this company are held in the motherboard CSV. Analyze the contents of this file and the one saved in step 1. You will plan and create relational database to store data for processors and motherboards. Create data dictionary So we have relational database, processors, motherboards, and data dictionary. If you remember, data dictionary is talking about a table of fields, data type, input mask, validation, other comments, and also the primary key. Okay, include details of tables, records, fields, data types, and relevant information. Now we have 26 marks for this question, so we can do it in 35 minutes to be in the safe time. Let's back to our Excel here. This is my processor and this is the motherboard. We have analyzed the processor. We don't have to add anything else. And right here we have the motherboard. As you see, we have the manufacturer, model, chipset, the socket, memory, slots, and price. All of this data is just related to the motherboard. We don't have any excessive data as extra fields not related to the motherboard. At the same time, we don't have any replicated data which we can just move it to another table to save the replication and to maintain the data integrity. So what we will do now, checking the names are also short with meaning and it has the same naming convention in the two tables. As we see here that these are the two tables, here is the socket and here. So by this we can make my link table. First of all, I will create a new sheet, new workbook, and I will take the socket here, add it to my file, then I will add also the socket from here, just in case that if I have missing socket from the first file, I will not make any mistake. And we try. It's like here is 75 and here is 893. It is replicated, we know, but maybe there is some extra. So by this, I have all the socket we have. Then my link table, I have to make it as one. Here is the primary key. I can't keep all the socket that I have copied because we have here, as you see, duplicates. So highlight, data, remove duplicates, and okay. Now 944 were deleted and we just kept 22 unique values, which make it really, it's a primary key. Now, this is the header and this is the file. Sometimes we need just only to clear this and keep it. We can name the file as socket or link. So in here, we can just name it as link. And this is CSV and go on. Now, by this, I have just prepared my database. Now we are ready to make our dictionary. First of all, I will save my time and my mistakes. I will not write in the data dictionary every single thing. I will use the data I have. So, first of all, I will take this head and go to copy here in any other place. Just I will make paste special transpose and like this. Then I will take this data, copy, and go back to my evidence. This is evidence 1, data dictionary. We are supposed to write our description for the evidence. I can just leave it empty with no heading. Then I will make paste. Now by this, we saved the time of typing and the error in writing. Now this is field name. Then in the layout, I can just insert right how many that you need, field, then data type. Here we need maybe primary key, next field size, then input mask if there is, and validation as well. Okay, now the manufacturer here. First of all, I will delete this. We don't need it. It will ruin our work. Now text, text, text. Just only slots is integer and price is currency. So text, copy here, currency, and slots are integer. What is my primary key? We can just find out that it is model. And if you just work on conditional formatting here for duplicates, we have no duplicates in the model. So here the primary key, model, field size, here the longest is 4, here also 4, this we can say 50 and 4. Integer, and here 2 decimal place. Now validation, it should be greater than equal 0, slots greater than equal 0. Do we have any input mask? No. Validation on these also no. For the primary key, we can just say in the input mask, not blank, which is the presence. Okay, so that was which table? The motherboard. So motherboard table. Like this, we have done the first table. Now the processor table. We can just make like this. then back. The processor, same idea, copy, transpose, copy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lucky us, data type, text, double, or it is number, socket, text, integer, and okay. It's similar to the questions in the O level. They are preparing us these tables, but now we are preparing it. So you can just remember how you are you were working on those questions. Now socket number, cause number, currency. We may also add here the number, currency, two decimal places. Model is the primary key. Now socket and this integer, two decimal places. Text. Now, if we have any input mask, this starts by I. Okay, not all of them. So here I don't have any input mask. Here also. Here, no input masks. But we can make for the integer numbers, it is greater than 0, price greater than equal 0. We will do it here. Okay. Now, last one, the link table. As you see, it takes time, but it is easy to work. So, enjoy it. Also, we have here just only, we just have this. I will take like this. I will tell you why. And I don't need these. This is done. And here it is the primary key. I don't have anything else, just only socket. So this is the link table. Now in the data dictionary also, we have to write the relationship. Now, motherboard, processor, لا. with link table socket in motherboard to socket in link table one too many and as you see, you can just use your time. Okay. Now this is the relationship. Now back. That was the work. Your evidence is your data dictionary. Okay. Question 3. Using your data dictionary and the files saved in tasks 1 and 2, create the database named Tawara underscore followed by your center number underscore candidate number as this example. So we will just turn on the axis, go to blank, choose your working area, please don't forget this. You will deliver this soft copy and create, close. I have to close all the Excel files, save, clear, save, close, close, and here external data, data from text file, browse and back to your working area. Here we are. We need the processor here. We have to check text, text, text. Socket here should be text. Price, currency. Course the threads are integer. Short text, okay. Next, next, and the primary key is the model. Go and I will just name it processor. Okay, done. Design, currency is currency, 2 decimal places. The socket just only 4. Model, manufacturer, speed, double, and it will be 1 decimal place. Okay. Save. Okay. Then go external data from file, text, browse. Now the motherboard. Next, first row contain back to the data. Here socket is text. Price, currency, integer, manufacture. Now, if we back here, the cheapest text slots only the integer and this one. Okay, so we are in the safe side. Done. Next, choose the primary. Next, and we will name it motherboard. The last, or before the last, we just go to the design here, currency, 2 decimal places, the socket just only for fours. Okay, this one 50, or we will solve it there 100. Model, okay, and we will change here. Okay, save, yes, and okay. Then last thing, new data from file, text, link. Okay, here advanced, just we have to say it is named socket. Okay, done. It is the primary key and finish. Okay, link, design, it is done. Yes. Now after this, as relational database, this means we have to create a relationship as we did also in the data dictionary. And because the link table came to solve the problem of many to many, and it is our linking table, it should be here in the middle, and we need socket with socket. Enforce, we take here using a snap screenshot for this. I will use it later, but I'm using my time not to back for my work. Here also socket to socket, enforce, take another screenshot. So by this you are confirming it worked. Done. Save it. Back in my evidence file, I should make an evidence for the tables here in the design. that I have done my dictionary. Here is my, okay, I will make it like this to confirm all data types, what is the key, and so on. So I will just back here and say data base work in my evidence should be like it is evidence 2. I will make them bold to get the attention. Now the tables. First table as well for processor. I will close this. Design. This is enough. And the last one, link. We just need this. Then I have done all the tables, the relationships, this is more suitable. Okay. Save your work, don't waste your efforts. Question 4. It is 22 marks. Create a report for a customer who requires a list of all i7 processors. So here I have criteria. Says it's i7 processor. Okay, like this. It is in the criteria. Speed at least 3.7 DDR and motherboards are currently in stock. This means it is greater than 0. Okay, so we have all this criteria in the question. This report must include all details of the processors and motherboards. Don't show any duplicated records. For each combination of motherboard and processor, calculate. We need here the total price of the two items. Group this report by processor model. So we have a grouping here by the processor, and then so we have two levels of grouping and the motherboard. Okay, manufacturer. Include all processors detail in each group header. So it will not be one field in the group header of the processor. It will be all details and the motherboard details except the socket and total price in the body of the. So we have in the details only the total price, the socket, but for each one, it's all details, it will be in the header of the group. Now the formatting, we have to embolden the total price, must fit single portrait page, wide, so it is just in wide, portrait single. Include appropriate title, it's our responsibility. and it includes your name. So many details we have here. Let's work on the query because we have to prepare a query with the criteria to be able to work on our report. So back here, close all tables and create query wizard. What do we have right here? We have the motherboard and the processor. We need to group by processor before, so let's work on the processor. We have all details here. Manufacturer, model, speed, socket, core, threads and price. From motherboard, I will take memory, slots, price, and nothing more. Here, I will call it in its name, which is question 4. And finish. Back to the design. I will make the combined price before anything, which is requested here. Combination. Okay, the total price. So it will be for sure new field calculated at runtime. It will be by builder combined price and it is just only the price of motherboard plus the price of the processor, delete expression, and okay. Now save, test, it's working and it is taking the formatting, but just to be sure, I will go to the property and make it as currency and to decimal places. This make me more comfort about no mistakes. Now go to the criteria. The processors should be i7. The processor here in the model should be. So in the processor i7 star and check. You have to test. Like this, we are in a good shape. We have it as i7. Then this is done. Okay. Speed at least 3.7, so it means greater than equal 3.7. Back. Speed greater than equal 3.7. Save and test. Yes, it is. Then we have to work on the memory is DDR4 as you see here. So the memory, where is memory? be in the motherboard here. DDR4. Then the price should be greater than 0 to ensure they are in stock for them both. Now save and test. We have no out of stock. All are meeting the conditions. And by this, we have done the query part. So I'm done with the query. Details of a processor and I don't show duplicated records. Calculated total price also done. Now we have to work on the group. Done. Now just back, close the query, create. Now I take all the fields. Next. Now it's talking about grouping by socket, but I will not go to that. I will make it first of all by the processor manufacturer and then by the motherboard manufacturer. Then next, and it is a step because of a grouping portrait as requested, and it is question 4. Now to the design view, and let's check how to make my grouping, because he's not talking about just only grouped in one field, it is talking about a group of fields. So this is the processor model, and just to use our this is for the processor, and here the motherboard. I will keep it here, processor motherboard header. So okay. Now this is the processor model. Okay, then this is the speed. I will put this socket, cores, threads, and processor price. We can make it here, and like this. Then here the processor, then the motherboard header. I have to bring them as the fields. This one, speed, socket. We will format later, but I mean just to filter my work, threads, and processor price. Now we have remaining the motherboard. Let's work on. Keep working now on the motherboard. This is the motherboard. lecturer, model, memory, whatever. Now we are working on the price. We can just drag this. We will just adjusting the size. And because, model is the primary key, I will switch them like this. Here also. Then let's check the job. Here is the fields, and we drag them. Check if everything is visible. No, here this is not visible. We have to move. Let's do this in the layout. I will just close this. The price, cheapest, memory, move, resize, move, resize, resize, move, move, resize. Like this, we are working on that. Save your work. I will just check my work by print preview. It is single page wide. We have 5 pages. Like you see. Now let me check. Question paper, include, important the total price. Report must be single. Yeah, okay, let's work on the total price. Close. Maybe here you can do it. Just bold. Now we are ready. There's no print, so include appropriate title for this. It will be like, we will say I7. I will make a title from all of these details. I will go to design, processors, of I7 with speed. Also, back to the criteria. With mother words, array in in total. Like this, we have combined everything. We just make it as bold and to be center aligned. What else do you have? Okay, the evidence, your database, export this report as fast I7 in PDF, and it is your PDF. Okay, so back here, close, yes, close, yes. Now export to PDF in my working area, fast I7, then my details. After this, we have to publish. Now, this is my report, and this is my evidence also. I can put this extra screenshot, or I will make it more professional. This is my folder, and it is highlighted here. New page, evidence 3, and here PDF file in the working area. They will check it from the working area, but like this, we are confirming that we have done this file. Now we have finished our database section. Until I see you in another next exam, I wish you all the best luck and see you again.